What's going on, guys? Cole here. Today I want to make a quick video talking about how I'm setting up my JPC and talking about the differences between a JPC 1 and a JPC 2. Okay, so this is my third JPC that I've owned. Okay, so I owned one back on active duty, got rid of it when I got out. I got a JPC 2.0 when I came back into the Guard, and I realized that I didn't actually need all the features that thing had on it, so I got rid of it and just got a brand new, this is my first ever actual brand new JPC that I've ever gotten, and I just wanted to talk about the differences in case you're wondering. If you're looking at them both and you're kind of realizing, well, you know, the 2 is only 40 bucks or so more expensive than the original JPC is, I might as well go ahead and do that, which is how I was. This video might be for you because you might not want to do that after you hear what I have to say about the 2.0. So first off, if you can actually find a plate carrier right now, because it seems like since the COVID-19 coronavirus thing has broken out, it seems like everybody thought that the world was going to end, so everybody went out and bought up a plate carrier. Literally every company that I looked for, except for eBay, was completely sold out of pretty much every plate carrier that they offered. I got mine off of eBay, brand new, out of the bag, still had the tags on it and everything, so that was cool. And that might be the only way for you to get one right now. I don't know, but and by the time you're watching this, all this stuff might have blown over, so this might not even apply anymore. Anyways, I got mine off of eBay. It was a little more than the standard price of $210, but still reasonable enough. I wanted a plate carrier, and shipping was free, so I was fine with it. Real quick, before I break down the comparison, I want to talk about how I'm setting this thing up, and it's not done yet, but I have like 2 more pouches coming. This thing will pretty much be set up the way I want it. So I'm a right-hand dominant shooter, so I like to have all my mags focused on the center to the left of my carrier, and then my unit SOPs that we have an IFAC on the farthest back left point on our carrier or chest rig or whatever. And I usually don't really run anything right here. I might eventually put something there, but I like to be able to actually have my shoulder go all the way down to the side. I'm waiting on 2 more pouches, one being a GP pouch and the other is Crye's emitter or double mag pouch. That's probably going to go right here in case I'm running an emitter or radio. I can have that right here because I've heard different people have different kind of gear theories, but again, like I said, I like to have all my mags oriented into my non-firing hand. So center to left, and then I would have my radio on the right side because of that. If I needed to carry 2 more mags and I didn't have a rifle, or I didn't have a radio, then I could carry 2 more mags there, but typically that's just going to be used for a radio, and then I'll have a GP pouch probably on the far back here, or I don't know exactly how I'm going to set it up yet, but basically the right side is going to have a GP pouch and another either double mag or radio pouch, and that's going to be for my knots and stuff like that. If I need to run more mags or more equipment at all, I either have a fanny sack that I can wear, or I have my battle belt that I can wear. So those things are just to supplement the actual carrier itself. So going into the actual comparison, you know, what this whole video is going to be about, there's a few comparisons. There's really a few features that they added to the JPC 2 that are really special operations specific. Okay, there's a lot of things that if you're a civilian, or even if you're in the military but you're in the conventional forces, I wouldn't recommend buying the JPC 2. Now, looking at the original price point of $240, if you can find one for that, you might be like, well, that's a good price, you know, it's $30 more than the actual JPC 1. Yes and no. Okay, so yes, because it's 240 bucks and you're going to get the JPC 2.0, but it doesn't come with a kangaroo flap. Is this part here, okay? It comes slick, so when you get it, it actually just has that right there. They did that so that you could swap out your kangaroo flaps for different size magazines. Okay, and I don't know about you, but I'm not going to ever be in a position where I'm going to need to run a 308 kangaroo flap. Okay, I'm just not going to need that feature. And buying that from Crye themselves is probably like 60 or 70 bucks for that flap. So right there, you're already over $300 for a complete plate carrier. Okay, if you already have a Spiritus, you know, some kind of placard or something like that that clips in with Swift clips, then you might not need to worry about it. That can act as your kangaroo flap and you'll be good to go. But for me, I ended up having to order a mag pouch. I actually still have the thing though, and had it custom ordered and everything, but that was just an extra cost onto the plate carrier itself. It's not actually $240 because it's an incomplete carrier. You need other things to make it actually useful or functional at all. The other feature that it had that I realized that was cool, but I couldn't justify buying it for that reason, is the zip-on panel on the back. So on this, it has no zip-on panel, right? It's all MOLLE on the back. On the JPC2, on the outside edges of the plate bag, it has zippers for Crye's zip-on panel suite that they offer. This is a really cool idea. However, it's also very special operations specific, so if you're not special operations, you don't need that. All of those back panels are over $100, only really made by Crye or cheap knockoff sites, and really they're only useful if you're specifically doing an assaulter mission for a short term. You're going to be in the field for a short period of time. If you're going to have to throw a pack on or a ruck or anything like that, you're never going to end up using that anyways. I ended up just mollying on a Haley flat pack on the back of my JPC 2.0, and even that I never even used. So this thing, I'm just going to keep it slick. I am getting an Eagle yoke pack, if you guys have seen those. They're a pretty cool little day pack with a little helmet carrier, and I'm just going to use that as a backpack, because what I've realized as I attach packs to the back of my carrier, I never end up using them because I would have to take the whole carrier off to get to it, or have somebody else get into it to give me whatever I need. That's kind of annoying. So I am just going to route like this, slick on the back, and just have my pouches that I need and keep it simple. Don't overcomplicate things. Those are really the two biggest differences between the JPC1 and the JPC2. They did that. They created those modular options for special operator guys that actually have the funding to go and have those different either kangaroo flaps or the different zip-on back panels. If their unit's supplying those, well then okay, that's fine. But if you're civilian or just conventional Army person, you're never going to be able to use that. If you do use it, you're probably barely ever going to use it, and you're probably going to have to pay out of money for it, and it's really expensive. So because of that, I would not recommend the JPC 2.0 to anybody other than special operations guys. I've talked to some of my buddies in special operations, and even they said that, like, for their AVSs that have the zip-on back panel things, their unit doesn't even have the zip-on panels to go to them. So he ended up mollying on a Haley flat pack just the way that I used to on my old one. So it's a really cool feature, just doesn't seem to find much use right now. Other than that, there are very small minor differences, like on the material that they use for the inside. I think the 2.0 has more mesh to help with drying and drainage and stuff like that. And it's all really minor detail differences besides those two big things. And those two big things are big. They cost a lot of money. They're not cost effective. Okay, so because of all that, all those things considered, I just recommend a JPC1. It's a plate carrier you can get complete that you can use. If you don't have Crye pouches, you can still use whatever pouches you want that you were issued or whatever to fill in the skeletal cummerbund, and you basically have a really nice, minimalistic, high-quality, durable plate carrier for $200. That's insane. There's a lot of plate carriers out there that have similar or lesser quality for way more money. So for Crye to offer a plate carrier for $200 basically is insane, especially for this quality. Like I said, this is the third one that I've owned, and I've dabbled with other plate carriers and just never liked them. This is the one that I always come back to. I like whatever this material is called, this laser cut material. It's the Blue Force Gear MOLLE minus chest rig is made of a very similar material. It's incredibly durable, but also super thin and flexible, so that you can actually get a better, so that you can actually shoulder your weapon better. Everything about it, man, I think it's a great plate carrier. I just don't think that getting a 2.0 is very cost effective. It doesn't make too much sense. I'm just repeating myself to the point of redundancy now, so I'm going to cut the video at that point there, but that's pretty much all I got for you guys, okay? If you guys have any questions about different plate carriers or what I've heard or what I know about different plate carriers or different gear, I'm a pretty big gear queer, okay? So leave your comments in the comment section below, like the video, subscribe, and all that stuff. I'm starting to do more, I'm finding my niche in Call of Duty videos and gear videos, gear reviews, gear opinions, and also how to pass Army schools. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, comment on what you want to know about below. Like, subscribe, all that good jazz. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys have a good one.